Note. It's the station.
It's FALA, I'm back around. It's FALA, and this is my philosophy. That's why we call it Falasophy, man. And if y'all listen to the last joint, y'all got a good sense of who I am, but you really gotta listen, bro. Listening is paramount. This is how you truly come to know somebody. And after enough of these joints, y'all gonna have a good sense of who I am. Y'all might get a better sense of who you are fucking with the ball. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I hope y'all heard me the last time what I'm about, and I don't mean to come off narcissistic, man. But philosophy is about my philosophy in life, right? And my assessments that I make, right? Of my lived experience, right? And I try to tell the people what I believe that they should hear, right? And I call it pimping, putting them up on pimping. And when I say pimping, it ain't like if you hear me say you running from pimping, it don't have nothing to do. Got a family full of women. It don't have nothing to do with manipulating a woman and making her sell herself. It's all about game. I'm putting you up on some pimping. Like, you know, stop running from it. Stop running from pimping. You know what I'm saying? But philosophy is like me, like reaching up and getting fruit off a tree that some people can't reach, right? And I take the fruit off and I give it to them, right? Sometimes I gotta take the fruit off and cut it up. You know what I'm saying? And feed it to them like a baby. Because most of y'all just babies, bless your heart. But like, what you think you know. Everybody think that they know, even me, bro. I could be wrong. But I wanted to say something to people like that, like about philosophy. I get on my soapbox, right? And I wanted to explain a concept that I learned a long time ago, man, because I've been wrong so much, and I hate being loud and wrong. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I talk about like the subjectiveness and stuff of the mind. But I look for being wrong. I look for being wrong because I've been terribly wrong. I've been terribly mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm mistaken, I know I'm not getting something. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not getting something. But it's levels, bro. It's levels. And I make it my business to be understanding. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm giving y'all this, bro, know it come from a very honest place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this for money. I'm material. But anybody knew me and they knew what I was doing like that. I'm probably like a fourth material or what I used to be. Being like chasing change. You gotta make sure that you wasn't willing to face them problems when you chase change. But so I know, like chasing them change, like that money is gonna run you into a lot of problems. So you make sure that you willing to face them joints if that's what you really about. You know what I'm saying? But this is to my guys. Listen, this Teletair 315. When we used to be in the joint getting blitzed and it's the same thing, bro. Anybody know I'm gonna do this anyway. When I ain't on here, this is who I am. You better ask about me, man. You better ask about me. And you might want to lend me an ear, bro. I'm not saying that you might, you know what I'm saying? So philosophy is about my people. I love my people. I love my people. We beautiful. We the original. So when you tune into philosophy, you might get a little like quirkiness and weirdness and stuff, but you definitely gonna get some pimping, bro. You know, a nigga like me show me. And I'm gonna holler at him. I'm gonna salute him, right? But moving on, because I don't like to ramble and all that, because I get lost in time. We don't be having enough an hour. We could do this all night. Or like the chick say, for hours and hours and hours. I could do this for hours, but no. I ran across something today, bro, and it keep popping up, man, and I'm so fucking tired of it, bro. I wonder if y'all noticed this, bro. Watch this. I remember when I was in the Bing, right? And the nigga would come up to me and tell me about a nigga. He'd be like, yeah, this nigga, he'd start talking. He'd be like, yeah. And I'm listening to him. I'm like, okay, because I'm a listener too. A lot of people that talk as much as I do, they don't listen, but I'm a hell of a listener. So watch what you say. I'm paying attention. But listen, I listen to a nigga talk. And I'm like, he's so fucking, like, upset and irate about a motherfucker, and he telling me about all his qualities and characteristics of what this nigga do. And guess what I notice when I'm sitting talking? I'm looking at the nigga like, yo, I know somebody just like that. Like real rap. It's so many times that you'll hear people, right? They'll be explaining or remonstrating or talking out against a person, and they the same way, but they don't notice it within themselves. And that shit cooked me, bro. We gonna revisit that a million times throughout this joint. Like, bro, hold yourself to the same fucking standard that you hold other people to. Yeah, Mike was like, start with the man in the mirror, bitch. You thought he just came up with that on a whim? Like, no. You start with you first. You hold yourself to the standard that you want other people to hold themselves to. This is the only thing that you can do. If you truly want to be heard, right? You have to listen. If you truly want to be treated well, you have to treat people well. And that's not just believing that you do. You have to be sure of that. So, right? I get to rambling too much Don't get me wrong. These the first 2 episodes, bro. So I'm in here by myself. I want y'all to get to know me a little bit. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be on myself. We gonna have people in here, right? And they gonna be raining me, yeah. And y'all, I ain't gonna burn y'all out. It's gonna be other characters and people that like try to keep me in line, but I'm gonna flame them niggas too. Place your bets. Hey G, tell them about me, G. Tremonti G. Shout out to my nigga. Tremonti G, man. Y'all gotta get with my guy. That's my guy. Nafis Khalil. I wish that nigga would have been my son. Man. Real rat. I gotta get him on here. You, Feast, G, man. We gotta go. Even if we got G on, like a remote joint, I'll come down and get you or send you a plane ticket to come up here if we all could talk on this joint. I promise you, these my guys that we is in the Bing with and we coming from. But this thing before I get too far. Bro. Can y'all please stop trying to make people believe that you this type of person, portraying this image like that you really like this type of person, and start really trying to be that type of person? You never know. It might be an exhilarating experience, but nah. I always see people, they want people to believe that they're loyal, they're genuine, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff, like, but they not. I've heard so many people talk about how loyal they are and their character, and you're not, bro. I know you. Bro, bitch, chick, I'm sorry. That's the how we talk where I'm from. But nah, man, you have to be the person, right? That, and it's not going to happen overnight. And anybody that know me, they tell you, man, FALA try. If I'm not the person that I claim that I am, it is truly the person that I aspire to be, bro. Real rat. Anybody that know me, man, I fuck up, bro. I done fucked up since I got out here. Fucked up royally. But I always get up. But anybody know me, know how I'm always gonna get up, brush myself off. You know what I'm saying? And be like, yeah, we back at it again. You know what I'm saying? But I need y'all. Don't just believe. Yo, listen, I heard a man say, yo, you shouldn't believe something simply because you want to believe it. That's what a lot of people do, bro. They believe things just because they want to. But it's not the truth. It's that same fantasy that I talk about. So, bro, stop trying to portray image like you see these motherfuckers, bro. I got a nigga, I ain't gonna bring his name up. If you watch this social media, man, that nigga, man, you swear he was getting money, bro. He always, you see his pics online, bro. But listen, and it was a chick, bro. It was this chick, right? I came home, right? I'm watching her, right? Every pic she got online, she either in this, on the white sands with the clear blue, the beautiful water. Every picture she posts, she in the nicest suite ever, right? And then when I ran into her, actually, you niggas, y'all so full of shit. Listen, when I ran into her in the welfare office, bro, and she was pissed. I looked at her, I was like, yo, what is that? And I was proud of her. Like when I was working on something, like, yeah, she made it, she lived. And I'm like, what are you doing in here, bro? And then I learned, that's what y'all on, like, out here. Oh, y'all really faking it. Y'all faking it hard, huh? Fake it till you make. That's what that social media is, babe. And to the babies, don't believe that shit, bro. That's not reality. A lot of that shit you see on social media, bro, them bras don't look like that. They not like that. Bro, listen, to all my people, right? To all my people, I'm just saying, listen, whoever that you want people to perceive you to be, Start working on being that person. Start working on being that person. And don't just believe that you somebody that you ain't. Of course you would want to believe that you like that. You ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? I have to address this joint right here, right? I had to talk. I was talking to my V, right? And then we talk about a lot of stuff, right? But I have to talk about this. I don't think I'm sound on this joint because sometimes I find it hard to really articulate. But I'm gonna just tell you my philosophy, bro, about cheating. And women, I do feel sorry for y'all. I really do. I got a family full of them, right? But like the gender difference when it comes to cheating, right? And how we fucking our women over, right? You cheat on your woman so much she feels like her only recourse is to cheat. But she'll get lost in that. And how men cheat, right? And expect their woman, we do, I've done it, we actually expect our women to forgive us if we get caught, right? But then if you catch her cheating, it's the end of the world. You'll unalive her, or, you know what I'm saying, it's done. Like, I had a nigga, right? This is no lie. I had a nigga that had a baby on a broad and all this stuff. And I promise you, if he caught her in the wrong one time, he going like, and he, listen, if you can't be loyal, don't lie to a person and tell them that you can be. And everybody, you're not a loyal person just because you believe that you are, right? A lot. I talked to a few women when I was in the bank behind the wall, right? And all throughout my life, it just know that, like, they always automatically think that they could be more loyal than I can. No. You can't. You're not as serious as I am about life, period. And I'm being a little bit, I don't know, but you're not. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? By my assessment, you're not. So how could you ever think that you could be more loyal than me, right? When you don't understand loyalty in the sense that I do. A lot of people would justify their actions all the time. We was talking about that accountability last time. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to cheating, right? Let me add a little bit about what I was about to say about loyalty. Watch this. And I know I'm gonna just run through this because it's gonna get too extensive if I elaborate too much. But loyalty, what that's about. Oh, you women, you always talk about love and happiness and loyalty. Y'all don't really know what that's about. You just think you do. So think in your mind right now, what is loyalty about? What is it about? Okay, I'm going to tell you. You know what loyalty is? Sooner or later, it's going to come to you and this person. And it's going to be your thoughts, beliefs, desires, whatever, juxtaposed against their thoughts, beliefs, desires, or whatever, right? And it's going to come it's going to come in a conflict, right? And loyalty is about wiping out what you believe, your desire, your thoughts, to cater to theirs. That's what loyalty is about. A lot of people don't have no sense or consciousness of that. You see what I'm saying? You just think that you do. And when you get mad, it all comes out, right? So what I'm trying to say is, like, our job, right, is to make our significant other, whoever, comfortable, That's the first and foremost job. You ask a lot of people about relationships. What is your job in a relationship with a woman? What? First and foremost. People always gonna be like, yeah, a man has to protect, provide. All this is in alignment with what listen, you make them comfortable. That's your job as a man. And that's your job as a woman. You make them comfortable, right? Men, your woman will never be comfortable if you don't at least act like you can't keep your dick in your pants. Are you fucking kidding me? And we're going to talk about the issues about that, about men cheating. Like, a lot of times women, that's insecurity. A lot of time men go about these conquests or desires are what they are. But like at one time I had to tag everything that I came across. But then when I got a little bit of learn, and I'm like, yo, once I knew I could tag her, that was enough for me. I didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And there's a difference. It's like a lot of new, I don't want to talk about hypersexuality and something that's different. Some people are just more hypersexual than others. But in the regard to cheating, listen, women, don't challenge men in that regard. You're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose yourself. And you're going to regret that. You're going to regret that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want the men to know that you can't blame your woman for being a nag, going through your phone, never trusting you, if you don't behave like a person that's supposed to be trusted. The only reason you have a right, like if you cheated on her and got caught, bitch, that's your fault. You know what I mean? If you really cared about somebody, right? If you really cared about somebody, right? You wouldn't get caught. Because a lot of you niggas, your bitch cheated on you and she'd never get caught. Like, bro, that's because she fuck with you, bro. She fuck. And that's another thing, ladies. Can't be sloppy as niggas, bro. You can't be sloppy as niggas when you playing love me games, bro. That's how you end up on an episode of like one of them shows. And not no real rant. If a guy loves you, that's another thing. It's funny too, like how guys they'll be so crazy about how they woman behave when they cheating on her. That's deep to me, right? Nigga be running around trying to kill you when he cheating on a bitch. He be trying to kill you by his bitch because you fucking his bitch. He's fucking a plethora of other niggas' bitches. Like, but as soon as you fuck his bitch, he wants you out of here. Like, it's crazy. But women, don't challenge men in that regard. It's tacky. It's very unladylike and it's tacky. You're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose yourself. Nobody can ever take you serious. You know what I'm saying? So, if you truly are genuine, right? And I know it's real simplistic, be like, just leave. I know it's all the kinds of things going on. Y'all might have children's timing, but bro, we cannot challenge men in that regard and think that is. I have a funny story, and I don't even want to bring it up, man, because it's going to seem crazy. But I'm traumatized in that regard because I got a family full of women, and I know bitches ain't shit, bro. They not shit. But listen, niggas ain't even though. You know what I'm saying? So first thing you say, like, if I say, man, this is my drawing. Bitches ain't shit, but hoes and shit. Oh, no, sorry, no, but if I was to say bitches ain't shit, everybody want to argue with that, right? But soon as I say niggas ain't shit, the women going to agree with that emphatically, right? Yeah, niggas ain't shit. Bitches ain't shit either. You know what I'm saying? So, my point is, right? Let me see what the actual point is. We're people. That's it is. It's an individual thing. It has nothing to do with the gender. If you are a genuine person, right? And you believe you're genuine, loyal, and all that in that regard, it's other genuine people out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, bless your hearts, for the younger people, it's so hard to be loyal when you're young, bro. It's so hard. I look at people in love when they're young, and and it's crazy. I have a family full of women. I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm like, hey, just let him roam. He gonna find his way home. I know it hurt, but then again, I'm like, guys, like when you young, bro, you just don't have the wherewithal, the discipline. You just can't do that. You're young. You'll learn. You'll get here soon, inshallah. But yeah, I just don't like the misconception of both parties, men and women, when it comes to cheating. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of us is supposed to cheat, right? It's like if you have to try to stay close to your word. Go back to like if you the person that you claim you is. Be that person. If you a real nigga, why you gotta cheat on your woman? Why you gotta cheat on your woman? You should be able to tell her, yo, listen, baby, in order to have me, you gotta let me do my thing. And I know it's gonna hurt initially, but y'all wanna realize a lot of women will respect that. Even they gonna hate it initially, right? But it still has to be a level of decorum when it comes to it. It can't be so disrespectful. I heard a bro, I was just listening. This is crazy. I heard a conversation, bro, and I'm so glad that I heard this right before I came to do this, bro. I heard people argue. I love the hood. It's crazy in this joint. I heard a girl arguing with her nigga, right? And she said that her nigga tag her mother and her sister. I was like, damn. Listen, they argue. I'm like, I don't know how the nigga sleeps around it. That's what a lot of niggas gotta know. Like, just how you listen, your girl will hurt you. Like, don't play lummy games, bro. Matters of the heart is don't play, don't do that. Y'all think shit sweet. You ain't never seen them joints them shows online and like how like I forget. For My Man was a different joint, but it's all these different shows online. They tell you how a person end up pushed off the earth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, that could happen. That really, it matters of the heart. And anybody will tell you, especially people older than me, stay out of them joints. Don't play love games, man. Don't play love games. Cheating, and y'all gonna get lost in that. It's gonna get too deep. When a woman tries to cheat to show the man how she feels when he does it, it's gonna get so bad. Y'all end up hating each other, bro, and you're gonna go through so much. That's why a lot of people in this situation, I can't stay on the subject. I got a lot to say. I can't stay on the subject too long because I got other stuff to talk about, and it's gonna knock that out. You know what I'm saying? But the next thing we typically do is called lessons that I extracted from my experience, right? And I could tell you a million lessons that I learned when I was in prison. I ain't even become a man for real until I was 32 in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I had like 18 years left. You know what I'm saying? So imagine learning that how wrong I was, right? And still having 18 years left to go. And it lost my fucking mind, bro. This is why I implore the young boys to listen, bro. You don't want to be sitting in that joint and realize how wrong you was and you can't get out of that joint, bro. And your mind is going to change. But this is what I'm saying. One of the lessons that I learned from in prison, I hope this pussy listening too. I hope this pussy is listening. I hope this pussy listening, bro. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out if I say no. Listen, what's the odds of the big? This is what I first, and this is the lesson that I learned very early in prison about how if you think what you do is going to be appreciated, it's not. It's not. Few people really, everybody like to believe that they do. But very few people truly appreciate what somebody done for them, right? And I'm explaining, especially if it's in the past. Now, if they doing it right now, they might take certain considerations because they want them to continue doing it. But if you've done stuff for them in the past, don't never think that's going to stand for much. And the reason I learned this, I was in prison, right? And you got to understand how this would be. A motherfucker left to his thoughts to think. And then I was in the hole right after it happened. Hell of a life lesson, right? I get in an argument with this oppressor while he's searching my cell. Yeah, you ever been in the Bing? You ever got your cell searched? You know how they get a little bit like they just do nut shit. Anything. And I'm like, come on, bro. But anyway, so I get in an argument with him. You know, I'm fucked up. You know, I'm real argumentative. So I'm ready to slap shit out of him. You know, he's a little Caucasian guy, right? This big, but he got an attitude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, stop talking to me like that, bro. Like, who do you think you talking to? You already in here going, and then you talking on like, and I'm very rational. That's what the people don't realize. We can talk. And and logic could be the template. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's not what they want you to respect our authority. So I'm like this, right? I'm arguing with him, going back and forth. He getting disrespectful. He ain't got no ashtray in here. Listen, he get disrespectful, right? So I said, you know, like who? And now I don't even want to talk about what you taking out my cell. Yo, give me an ashtray. Give me an ashtray. Ain't no ashtray in him. So, like, you getting disrespectful, right? And I'm like, all right, so what is you saying though? Like, who you talking to me? Like I gotta go for this. I don't just because you're a CEO, and anybody knew me know. I stayed in the hole when we was out the county. I was stressed out. I'd go over fast. I don't care. I used to like it back in the hole sometimes. Listen, them niggas used to have better gang and the phones back there. I'm like, yeah, send me over. So, but one time, right, I'm arguing with the guard. Long story short, I'm arguing with the guard, right? You know, we from the, so this was after I did 5.5 years, come back. I'm about to do the other joint, right? So the white shirt that come on the block, man, I knew him. He's like my age. You know what I'm saying? We went down McLehart together and all that. You know, shout out to my guys from IHM. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Like, but what happened was when he come on the block, I think I'm cool. I'm like, yeah, this is my guy. Yeah. And he ended up like siding, and I know a lot of people, he ended up siding with the guard and telling him to cuff me and take me because I'm like, as soon as I see him, I'm like, yeah, I could go in now because he ain't taking me nowhere. I know this guy, right? I ain't going to say his name, but he probably retired now. I don't know. But I ain't going to say his name, right? But the nigga end up sending me to the hole, so I'm walking now. We from Chester, right? We from Chester. The guards that's walking with us is somebody from North Philly, a girl from West Philly, and a dude from North Philly. So they got me cuffed and they walked by. So I'm thinking he might not remember me. This is why he doing this. So I asked him, I'm like, yo, you don't remember me? You don't remember me from IHM? He's like, yeah, I remember you. I'm like, you don't remember I saved you from drowning? Listen, me and Buzz in the wheelchair, shout out to Buzz. Listen, me and Buzz damn near drowned saving this nigga from drowning. Right? And when I asked him, do he remember that? I'm like, yo, you don't remember me and Buzz saved you from drowning? He said, yeah, I remember. But what that got to do with anything? I said, God damn. But it was a very, and I'm going to the hole. Listen, now, I'm never at a loss for words. Anybody know me? I'm never, yo, that joint had me so fucked up that I was like, listen, the Philly bull was like, and the chick was like, God damn. You feel me? So my point is, I sat on it and I'm like, damn, I was kind of fucked up. I was young, probably like 26, 27 and a half maybe. And I was like, okay, yo, I think I lost my joint. So I was like, okay, let's see, man. Okay. So I remember, right, thinking in myself that damn, yeah, I just learned a real lesson about how, like, people just don't appreciate things. You know what I'm saying? And if a person doesn't understand that I saved his life, so that should have been able to get me out of going to the hole about this little dispute I had with this dude that was just like ransacking my cell. I learned that, yeah, you can't expect other people to give you credit for lesser things. He don't give a fuck. He's like, yeah, you saved my life. That's in the past. But what that got to do with something right now? So it's just a human condition, bro. Like, don't think that people are going to be grateful about shit like that. Now, it's a joint called Man Shit that I like to do in these joints. And man shit is about what is men supposed to do. Man shit is about what people supposed to do. And a man, to me, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but a man to me is supposed to be able to fend for himself, right? But not only that, a real man, he's supposed to be able to fend for others, right? So men, I know it's hard. It's hard for everybody. It's hard for us now. So my point is, you can't just demand respect and people to treat you like a man if you can't first and foremost fend for yourself, right? I'm just telling you, it could be so many reasons why you can't, and I understand that. But if you really are a man, you're gonna learn how to fend for yourself. But what's bigger than that, you have to be able to fend for others. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't do that, right? If you can't do that, how could you possibly expect people to respect you as a man? We're going to talk more about respect. I'm going to have a whole segment on respect alone. You seen how I said about my drawing, right? You ain't see what it was saying on the screen? That's why I gave it to you. But anyway, let me see the prime. Oh, shit. Real fast. This is about relationships. And like I told y'all before, this is not just in man-woman relationships all together. Your job is to make your significant other, your homies, your mother, your sister, your job as a human, I believe, is to make people comfortable. You're not responsible for their happiness. You don't have to go above and beyond. But if you really fuck with them and within your relationship, you have to make them comfortable. You have to make them feel like they're able to talk to you and they can be heard and all that. A specific thing that I've noticed is that out here, people don't really communicate. They just spew violent speech at each other. You know what I'm saying? And that definitely don't make people come. As soon as you get caught up in your emotion with your homies, with your chick, all y'all do is holler and scream at each other. But there's no resolution. There's no resolution. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to start concentrating on effective communication. Typically what happens when we get into these situations, when we about to have a conversation like that, a person either shut down or they go to violent speech. Both of them is terrible for relationships. You got to try to find a middle course, bro. You have to try to. You have to try to be able to speak without going to violent speech. And also not shut down. It's a middle course that you can take that you could and then don't try to have the whole, like, solve the whole joint. Don't try to solve the whole joint right now. Sometimes it's going to take another conversation. But effective communication is a real joint. I know y'all heard people talking about it, but what I've typically noticed, even in the bank, people don't really communicate. When you cutting people off and y'all raising y'all voices, and that's not communication. Y'all just spewing fucking shit at each other. I need my people, specifically my people, to get with that, bro. Learn. I don't care if you gotta talk to a therapist, whatever. But we have to learn how to communicate better. That's one of the main assessments. I've been assessing it since I've been in the Bing. Anybody know me, I tell you, the men don't talk like that. When I'm talking, they get your shit slapped out you. I done disrespected so many people for interjecting and interrupting me after I didn't listen to them. And they just, and I'll be like, yo, and then I start getting disrespectful. You're like, damn, why are you talking to me like, because you're being disrespectful by interjecting, raising your voice, hollering. A lot of people don't realize that. That's not how you talk to people. Aggressive, violent speech, it leads to violent acts. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat me at either one. Anyway, listen, I gotta go because, like, I gotta give y'all this. Listen, it ain't gonna be because I'm about to run out of time. Oh, you know how I get, but listen, I want y'all to hear this. Talk to me about this joint. Listen here. You know how I could tell that I'm truly getting old? Because I'd rather watch the news than videos. And I don't care about what I used to anymore. I'm not confused, trying to prove some shit dudes or already know, because life is short. I done already wasted a lot of time. Now I'm buried alive in the state system. While I'm dying, I could barely survive. The situations inside my mind, yeah, I'm scared, I ain't lying. But this courageousness got me trying, because for real, it's all any man could do with the hope that dreams can come true. So FALA, keep his head up, keep stroll when I walk, and I try to treat the men of pieces of gold when I talk, but it's hard, because niggas ain't got nothing on their mind, and definitely don't keep it real. You guys fronting all the time like they have a allergic reaction to speaking the truth. But if you want to have words with me, that's the least you could do. But niggas be faking, and that I never do. Seriously, I stay in my bag like residue. I stick to the script of an old MC. This little gift was bestowed in me. I'm wishing you niggas could only see or listen, because this shit is poetry. I don't just talk for the sake of talking. I tell a nigga I'm off him, I'ma spark him in their apartment. It's just something that niggas started to say too often. I've been on it. It's played, I'm off it, because all it just ain't important. I try to get the people something to listen to. And I don't really need a gun to get critical. And that got me thinking, if we wanted some criminals, could you speak to me eloquent? Would it even be relevant? Rookies need some intelligence, a peace of mind. You redefine your hook, you thinking the seller shit, and actually, you see, that don't mean I'm hating, because you have to agree that we the most entertaining. So you got to love black people, but it's hard when they pack lethal weapons to act evil. I'm questioning that reason. And we just can't blame that on oppression of crack either. It's for raw. But we can. We can bring that on. But that's another story. But I wrote that years ago. But yeah, we out of here, man. Listen, come back. I'm going to slap shit out you when I catch up to you. Listen, come back, holler at me, man. We going to do this forever and ever. It's for raw. Yeah.